Hey, everybody, this is Rapping Sports with Jax with the J to the A to the X to the X.com. Go over to the website. How are we all doing today? Because I'm doing crap. Okay? I wake up, and the game's not even freaking over yet, and I'm watching my Cubs, and I got a nice 7-0 lead. So, in my mind, I'm calling the win in the books, but for some reason, I was nervous because Arrieta hasn't been pitching well, and, well, how can I put this as nicely as possible? Retire. Just do it. Just retire. You don't have it anymore. After this, I don't think anyone's going to want to pick you up or even take a chance. You had a great career. You did a lot of great things for the Cubs. Thanks for the World Series. But for now, retire. Just let's end it all. And now that I'm out here, I'm sitting here with my Diet Coke after watching the game. Well, still going on. And they're now losing 14-7, which is a disgrace to Milwaukee getting swept when they were in it. And it's like finally the schedule wore them down and all the injuries wore them down. Speaking of injuries, this is what I want to talk about. Now Cubs want to find out how they can cut their contracts. Well, I got a suggestion for them, and it's pretty simple. How about the players that get hurt all the time? And it's been over the last couple of years now. Maybe it's time to not sign them for a big-term contract. And I know a lot of people are going to be pissed off, but I don't really care. Okay? Rizzo's been hurt on and off quite a bit. Never in the lineup when you need him. It seems like you need him. When he's there, he's okay, and he hasn't even been playing that well lately. So he might be one of the guys that doesn't deserve a big, huge contract. He might need a fresh start somewhere else. That also means Bryant. He started off beautiful year, but now he's hurt constantly over the last 3 years. Not worth signing him for a big-time contract. Sorry. There's no way he's going to get the kind of money that Tatis got. Don't even think about it. He's done with it. Okay? Now, Baez doesn't get hurt as much. Strikes out a lot, but you know what you're getting. And at least he's out there most of the time. But if you really want to straighten out the Cubs, straighten out their situation, not too hard to figure out. Trade those guys right now. Just do it. Because the Cubs aren't going to win the World Series. They're not better than any other teams in the West right now, unless they have injury collapse themselves. Milwaukee seems to be better, and there's still time technically, but you're not going to do it with this pitching staff. And I don't even blame the Cub players or the manager. I blame the owners. I mean, you had Darvish on this team. Darvish compared to Arrieta win-wise, unfreaking believable. Just forget about it. It would be at least a five win difference, easy, and they just let him go. So he was basically telling you he wants to rebuild, which I hate that word rebuild because rebuild means lose for a long time. And I can say that from perspective of other teams that I like. I'm a Jet fan. Rebuild. Yeah, right. Want to hear that? And I'm also a Devil fan. Rebuild. That really works out well. Rebuilding is crap because rebuild's an excuse for them to lose, and you just spend your hard-earned money to go out to games or buy their stuff, and they just lose and they suck. And it takes a long time to build a team if you're lucky enough because only one team out of the 30 whatever the hell teams are in this league. So this is frustrating to watch what the Cubs are doing. They were playing good. They teased me for a little bit. And then you get the kid Wisdom, which is playing good, but everyone else is just kind of in a fog. Then they get rid of Schwarber, trying to get his name out right. I'm so aggravated, can't even talk straight. And he's over at Washington lighting it up. Now, he could have done better when he was here. You know what I mean? When he had a chance. But he was one of the few players that at least didn't get hurt. At least he was in the damn lineup every day. Well, Bryant gets hurt too much. I'm sorry. At some point, and Rizzo now is back. He's only getting older. He might need a fresh new start somewhere else. Get something for him. And don't get the crap that you got for good Darvish. Guys that are AA balls that try to build up the team. That's ridiculous. You need to get some players that can help you out now. Some good young players right around that age. Like, if you want to know the truth, I like how the Red Sox built their team a little bit. They picked up a Verdugo. They caught him. He was in there. They picked up a Marwin. They picked up a couple of players like that. They got a Renfro. Guys that were useful players that kind of weren't paying attention to so much on the other team. That's how you can build a team, little by little, slow by slow. And you could trade Bryant and get a couple players like that from somewhere, you know. But it's just so frustrating to see this. I mean, you go to Milwaukee, you're going to get swept after you're leading 7-0, and you knew you were going to pound their rookie. That was easy, but you didn't expect to be pounded. Now that's 2 games in a row. They're giving up at least 14th, and this is what 14 runs, and this one game is still going. So, needless to say, and I hate the word, and I don't even like to call it rebuild. I like the way Lou Lamoriello of the Islanders does it. He never rebuilds, he retools. Always keep you in the mindset of retool. So the Cubs can trade these guys and they can actually retool their team. But what some of the teams do is they go too young for too long. You don't do that. You retool. You try to find somebody that might be able to play first base every day. You know he's going to be there. Or somebody that can actually be a leadoff hitter, which we haven't had in like 8 gazillion years. Last time was Fowler was pretty decent when he was a Cub. And that was kind of the believe it or not, I think back then that's the downfall. It seemed like when Fowler wasn't a Cub, they never really got that leadoff hitter. Not saying that he was God's gift to be, but he always did the right thing. He loved being a Cub back then, and then the Cubs just kind of just let him go by the wayside, even though he came back for that 1 year real fast. But anyway, Cubs are really annoying. This pitcher staff is crap. So if you have some young kids in the minors, this is the chance to bring them up. And then you have Laza Day. He looks like he's ready to go. Hurt. Everybody's hurt now all of a sudden. I mean, what's going on here? And Arrieta, just go. Just retire. I think you know it yourself. I think when you came off that field in that Milwaukee game, you had to know that. I guess you're going to finish out the year. Who knows if they're going to even let him get another start, especially with all the injuries. You might as well just throw him out there. But the Cubs, unbelievable. It's time to start retooling. Please don't say the word rebuilding, because that means a whole bunch of young kids, and you never know. And if you're going to do that, then you might as well trade Baez and everybody else and just do it all over again. But it's easy. You keep Contreras, you keep Baez, because Contreras, you only get so many catchers like him. They're that good. He's versatile. He plays every day. And so you keep him on the team. You keep Baez. He doesn't get hurt that much. And I think with more experience, he'll even be a better hitter maybe. Or maybe he's that free swinger that he is, but you know what he is. Rizzo's getting older. His back is starting to hurt. He's not a $20 million man no more. Sorry, that's it. Bryant could be if he stays healthy. He's never going to stay healthy. It's just I don't see it. It's not in the cards. And I'm going to stop talking about this right now. Cubs got to put themselves in some kind of retooling mode, because there's no way I want to go back to being a fan where they're in last place like they were back in those days and stuff like that. Anyway, this is Rapping Sports with Jax, for the J to the A to the X to the X.com. Go over to the website, check it out. We're still working on it. Throw a couple of likes if you get a chance. Theclutterprogram.com helps you invigorate yourself. Go over to that, check it out, buy it up. Get everything going, work yourself out really good, get all the stuff organized, and you're going to be great. Anyway, talk to you later.